family values. A vote for Bawumia and Napo is a vote for homosexuality.
President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace.
Enti obi ti say NDC mpanimfo enye bia because some mpa omasem. The atia ne say wo panipa enka no kore wo man mu a NDC mpanimfo ka ho. Ope one way twatro a deceive Ghanaians when it comes to politics. John Mahama, Speaker of Parliament, Bagbin, omo dangerous. Now me be chero de ntia enkofo we very dangerous. Omo opposition no omo kansem e magana forte say John Mahama so ye Assemblies of God ni sabo akwa no nandom ni no Speaker of Parliament Mugabe ono kra de wo say John Mahama hye ne bo ene nsem o kan bebre ni nyina ye say o pese o de gitumi na ene waba power na board na wo ka say ade ni ye chiwade trumutu sem aye kire ye mane enye eti wo ba ya no wo be pass it is waba power. Nobody, no sensible person will expect the president say, "Afe no be asa punchrenation minimum. Going to go here, going to go here, going to go here." Nonsense. Nonsense. Mutu opposition abusia. Anya somebody so biao and the video evidence inti. Yen twatron to the paso. Nya buteti ensam opposition no. Omo ka kire Ghana fo. Ene John Mahama ba ye no. Die no worker.
Me GD, my faith is against LGBTQ. Me Assemblies of God ni. If we say the faith I have, empene say bema bewari bema oba bewari oba. Bill war Parliament. Omunyam passe, but say aban actually says omu passe President on sign. If we say the Attorney General like can say. Bibia ye private members motion. Obetimi pass a bill with a private members motion, but enise edekabia ebeto abanso. And based on that technicality, President Asegna said seba on signing. In terms of idea between Parliament and the executive, omoshe na omokan. Ebia sombeshe bill numwa. Normal bibia it puts a charge on government na omoye no free. Then it opens the way for the president to be happy to sign the agreement. And so, me personally, Benjin this, and a man is a man, a woman is a woman. Me believe it say nipa utimi sorry I say me fili wo me muse me yoba. And so yeah, wo me be mind to me because no my yoba. Nature created as man and woman. And Nyame Boyano, he knew what he was doing when he created us like that.
Excellency, the president assured me that when we pass the bill and it comes to him, he has stated it before, he was going to assent it. So please, leave the rumor mongers. They can play that kind of calumny, bad politics. That is not what we are here for. We are different from those practicing it. Our cultures and values and principles are different. They know the effect and what it is doing to them. We resist it today. We will not be colonized again. That is gone. It's
commendation to Sam George and his fellow parliamentarians in respect of the bill on good family values. It is now an issue of legislative and legal issues. Parliament has done its work. According to the majority leader, the bill has not landed on the president's table, but indications we are getting is that he says he won't sign it because somebody has filed a suit with the Supreme Court. So it's become entangled with some legalese. Reverend S. Edmonds had talked about it a few days ago, and what he said has gone viral. But we'll just continue to watch and see what happens. But this is what the reason for being self-reliant is. If you are not self-reliant, that's when people can dictate to you. If we were self-reliant, nobody will come and ask us to do this or to do that. And so one of the key economic policies we must pursue is one of self-reliance. And it's been done in this country before. For those of us who are old enough, we remember General Ike Achampon's time. Operation Feed Yourself, Operation Feed Your Industries. Self-reliance was the aim that this government was pursuing, so that we could be proud, dignified people because we're able to feed ourselves. And so that will be part of the key policy that we pursue, so that tomorrow somebody won't come and tell us to do this or that, because if you do that, I will do this. And so that's
family values. A vote for Bawumia and Napo is a vote for homosexuality.
President Mahama has been clear that he will sign that bill, and he has no option than to sign that bill. President Mahama will know no peace from Sam George until he signs that bill. And he himself.
But I do think that we should have a conversation on it again, so that all of us, if we decide to move that bill forward, move it forward with a consensus. And probably it shouldn't be a private member's bill. It probably should be a government bill with governments behind it after consultation with all the stakeholders to see how,
And let me point out that the bill in Parliament is not a government bill. It's not a government-sponsored bill. It's a private member's bill. And so Parliament owns that bill for now. And what the eventual nature of the bill would be, nobody can second-guess Parliament. And I, as President, cannot anticipate, Parliament in respect of that bill. But
a few moments later.
regarding LGBTQ plus issues, it remains a highly emotive and sensitive issue, even in the most advanced liberal democracies. I explained during my recent engagement with the World Affairs Council that it's not the most important issue we face as a nation. We're still grappling with the provisions of basic needs of education, healthcare, jobs, food, clothing, and shelter. Nevertheless, the private members' bill introduced in Parliament has sparked a complex and sensitive national conversation. Our position is guided by our Constitution, respect for human rights and dignity of all persons, and the need to preserve social cohesion. While there are strong and differing views within our society, we believe that these issues must be addressed through democratic processes, our core values, dialogue, and the rule of law. I'm also mindful of reactions from our international partners, including the recent developments such as Lincoln University's withdrawal of their honorary doctorate. These developments underscore the importance of continued engagement and mutual respect, and of situating our national decisions within our constitutional and cultural context. Ghana will continue to uphold its democratic values while engaging constructively with the international.
Mr. President, I do want to ask about the anti-LGBTQ legislation that we did see expire in Ghana earlier this year. A number of parliamentarians support reviving it. If it came to your desk, would you sign it?
The old bill expired because it was not assented to by the president. There was a legal challenge. Eventually, the legal challenge was dismissed, so it means that the president could assent to it, but it's expired. So the question is hypothetical. It means that it has to go into Parliament again. And I think that what we need is more stakeholder consultation to look at whatever new bill will come and make sure that we carry everybody on board. Proper family values are something we all are interested in, and we believe that is not only in the bills that we send to Parliament to regulate them, but also in teaching our children those family values even as they grow. And so looking at the curriculum in schools and inculcating those values in them, I think is the more important pressing.
Enti sankrofo we mo and our from His Excellency ne honorable. Useless. Terrible. If you say, Atoma dia me dey be kire wo no. So dwene ho abom say nankofo do they really deserve our respect? Because when they are on the position, such stupidity, a number of power, obi to say advancement in popping, and I'm saying, bro, for the moment, present tea. No more suicide who for the MP for the normal and your politics are no more, no more, no more, just a mujan and net. Bagbin, the near bill parliament was one penny because the president man pressure saying, Crofono, Abrofone gap. Sade na moko pass mretia LGBT4. Omo de koye la sulala. And ne Bagbin say, why you surprised say parliament to cry yes sir. Amene majority leader Mahama Yerega say abamba bin kana nuntum na woni to me say oberu send an obet overturning the parliament I say omo pass a bill. Na omo very dangerous. So wuti abamba be enne the okan and run in the work. See, reduce the respect now what they must uncle for women. Omo charlatans. Reduce it. Don't show that respect to them. Omo dangerous, wicked people, liars, omo deceivers. This is how NDC leaders no motie. Nanko be any gay and care for home bay. We don't care, but omo politics. So Ghana ni has to be disappointed. As why you're disappointed on John Mahama. Nadia Tanisa we kremoni. Muslims and Christians. Until the day you come out to force the president. Say, Mr. Man, you lied to us. And to say the end. You call it Bishop Conference for say, John Mahama, shut up. Go and pass the law. Because catch it boldly. Other no could do land in there. President, I'm not politics is a dirty game. Now,
Thank you, Samuel Badu, and others, which is whether you will sign the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill.
Oh, wow.
Which your Parliament has passed. We're speaking on the first day of Pride, of the month of Pride here, and there is a lot of interest in Ghana, as well as here in the UK and in Europe. What you will do on this?
The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill has been a bill that has probably evoked the most interest in Ghana. It shows how, important issues of family values are.
It is not the only reason Ghana is in the news. It has been one.
Yeah. Parliament has been considering it, and it was supposed to have been passed last week. There have been a few issues raised. One, that there wasn't quorum when it was passed. That's an issue that has come up. And then two, there were some procedural lapses in terms of its passage. I just got some communication that the Speaker was reading a statement to address the issue of the lapses in the passage of the bill. And so, like I said, when I was the opposition leader, the president has a number of options in this matter. It must come for assent. And so once the president gets it, you go through it because you are not part of the discussion in Parliament. And so the legal representative, the legal counsel in the presidency and the Attorney General would sit on it because it was a private member's motion. Right. This was not a government bill. And so we'll look at it and make sure that everything is in order before the president is advised to assent. The president has another option if there are some things that he thinks are a problem. He can refer to the Council of State for advice. The Council of State is an advisory body to the president, and so they'll take a look at it, and then they will advise the president. And if there are issues, substantial issues that are raised, the president would return the bill to Parliament, indicating exactly what the issues are. And so there's still quite a while to go before that bill becomes law.
Thank you for setting that out so clearly. Let me ask you one final one.
And you know the copious instruments and laws on human rights. All over. We have to go through all, from the UN Charter to the African People's Rights and all. We have to go through all. Then we have also our development partners who had a lot of contribution to make. We had the United Nations coming in with proposals, some memo and everything. We as Ghanaians also have to dig deeper into our cultures, our customs, our values before we came out with what was passed on Friday. And in fact, when it was passed on Friday, it was even a surprise to me, because I know that they were going to start the consideration of the bill. And that was the instructions I left before I went to attend to other activities. It was Friday, and members wanted to go home early to their constituencies because we were going to sit today. And so I knew they wouldn't have completed it. But all of a sudden, I read about this passage. I reacted, and later I saw on TV all the things that happened. And so this evening, I have asked the leaders to meet me in my office. So they will be here for us to go through it. This is such a critical bill that we believe there must be consensus. But it's not about passing bill. It's about implementing it and making sure that it benefits the people. And so leaders of both sides of the House will be with me this evening for us to discuss what next after the passage of the bill. And I'm very sure that being men and women of wisdom will find a way out and to get all Ghanaians to buy and take. We are grateful to all those who have come out with the commendation of the good work that Parliament has done. But we want to assure them that whatever discussion we'll have will be to better what has already been passed. It won't take any shine of it.
It's not a government of Ghana proposed bill. It's private members' bill. And so far as we are concerned, we have passed it. As for how he and the clerk decide to treat it, that I think is left in the hands of the general public, civil society groups who have been interested in having the bill passed. As for me, I know President John Dramani Mahama has said that if a bill is brought to him, and unless there are serious constitutional violations for him to seek advice, he will give his assent to the bill. If they don't send it to him, that one is their business, and the business of those who sponsored the bill. I believe that as for the general public and Ghanaians, they have seen that me as leader have done my job. I have moved to have the bill passed, and so far as I'm concerned, the bill is passed. And if they decide not to transmit it because they are not convinced about its passage, that's entirely their decision.